Hi, my name is Mariam Al-Habiba, which means Mary the Beloved. I'm Egyptian from Alexandria. I'm 31 years old now. I entered the convent when I was 18 years old. It started like that. When I was 8 years old, the first missionaries arrived to Egypt. As we know, our missionaries arrived to the mission young, with no money, knowing nobody, without knowing the language, just arriving and trusting in God. So when they arrived, they found my mom and they asked her if she can teach them Arabic. My mom knew Arabic and French. They knew Spanish, Italian. I don't know how they communicated, but the Holy Spirit was there. So I started to go to the sisters when I was 8 years old. I started to play there with them. But then growing up, when I turned 14, I started to reflect why God created me. But I started to compare myself with them. Why I have everything. I have friends, I have sisters and brothers, I have good home, I have good family, very good school. I used to play sport. I was in a choir, a solist, and all these things. And they have nothing. They're so poor. They even used to ask my mom for sugar each week. They have nothing. They are always in danger, but they're full of life and full of happiness. And me, I'm so empty without, like, missing something. So I did the spiritual exercises with them. And then I understood that God is asking me to follow this way of life, to be one of them. So I decided when I will be 18, I will just enter the convent when I finish school. So my father couldn't understand how a child can see as such a big decision for the rest of his life. But I knew that if I don't follow the grace at that moment, I will just lose it because I will be attracted from the word. So I told him I will enter after finishing school. When I turned 18, I told him I will finish the exams, I will enter. So at that moment he realized that I'm speaking on serious, and he decided to save his little girl from this craziness. So he went to the bishop and he told him his story. He wanted to save his girl, he wanted her to finish university and everything. So the bishop wrote me a letter telling me just to obey to my father because he wants the best for me. But at the end of the letter, he just left a note saying, if you want to come and talk to me, I'm available. So this was the solution to save my vocation. I went to the bishop in secret. And then I didn't think what I will ask him, because I remembered that they taught us that God will tell you what to say in time of trouble. But now I know that in this moment the Virgin, all the saints in heaven was giving me graces to do this. I was unconscious to whom I will talk, but God was there. So I went, and the first question that came up out of me was, how you discovered your vocation? So he told me, he just kept in silence, and he told me, well, I found it out when I was 11 years old, and I entered the minor seminary to protect it. So at that moment when I told him mine, he just told me, who am I to be an obstacle to let a child follow God? And he gave me his blessing. So I entered the convent. I had 2 years of mission in Egypt, 3 years in Italy, but then I found out that something missing still. I want to give God something more. When I arrived there, I saw the Contemplative sister coming from behind the grills, and at that moment I found out that this is what's missing, this is what God is still asking me to give him more. So I asked to enter the monastery, and here am I, 7 years as Contemplative sister. I just wanted to conclude saying that all this story is God's thirst, asking for souls to receive his love till the end of the world. And here we are, just making the life of Christ present till the end of life.